Hey guys, it's Kip here from KDC Marketing, and in today's video I want to show you this new template that I made inside of Wix Studio called Vivo, and this is the Figma file that I used to design it, and I'll show you the Wix Studio website in a second. But just kind of wanted to talk through a few things with this template and just share some thoughts. So this is the homepage mockup here, so you can see this is the Vivo template, and it's really focused on highlighting a mobile app. So it's a one-page kind of landing page, and then there's some legal pages like a privacy policy in terms of and conditions. But I just went with a really clean and modern look here, a few colors and really one font, and tried to build a really simple professional website here in Figma. And the reason I'm showing you this Figma file is because I actually used the Figma to Studio plugin here a bit for this website, not for the entire thing, but for certain sections. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And this is the finished product here inside of Wix Studio. And actually, if I refresh this, there's some animation that I added, just some kind of float animations on entrance. So when you entrance, some of the sections kind of float in. And everything's functional here on the live site. So you have drop downs for the FAQs. The buttons actually link to the Try the Vivo page where you can scan to download the app. This isn't a real app, so these are just placeholders, so these aren't actual links. Same with these social icons, but the privacy policy page works. And again, I kind of use this rounded modern look here for that. And then the terms of use, same thing. Kind of use that rounded look throughout. So in the Figma file here, the section that I pulled over was actually the testimonial section, what our customers are saying. So I imported this one little section here into Figma, or from Figma into Wix Studio. And then I didn't actually take it the way that it pulled it over. I took a lot of the elements and redid them. And I can show you what that looks like here on the back end. So when I go to the home page, I actually made this with the advanced CSS grid. So it's in a container, and then this is the CSS grid here. And then I have, my header up here, which is in all three of the grids. The location in the grid is in all three, whereas this one's in this grid, this one's in another, and then the button is down here in the bottom grid. So it didn't import this way over from Figma. I had to get it that way, but what I wanted to do was import it over because it had all these star icons. So it imported all of that over for me, all of the text over for me, and the button and everything, and then I just had to configure it. And so I just copied those elements down to the section that I had, and you can kind of see this was the import that I did from Figma here. I also imported the footer, so that was my last one. So I imported this footer here directly, and again I had to customize it after it imported because I have a certain way that I like it to be done inside of Wix Studio, but I imported that over, and it really sped things up. I didn't have to import these icons over, it imported all of those in for me. So so everything's there. You might just have to customize it a little bit in order for it to work for you, but that's something that's exclusive to Wix Studio, unique to Wix Studio. You can't import things from Figma into the Wix editor, unfortunately, but you can inside of Wix Studio. And so all you have to do is go to Tools, and then you go to Import from Figma. And right now this is checked because I already did it, but if you're doing it for the first time, you'll click this and it'll give you instructions on how you can import it. And what I have found with the import from Figma is you do have to do quite a bit of customizing after it comes over, but it's nice if you want all the content in there, and then you can just take it and add a new section. That's usually what I do, is I'll click add a new section and then just build it in my new section, but I have all the content that I need from Figma. So that's one thing that was really cool with this template, is I designed the whole thing in Figma, at least just the home page, and then here's some of my other things I was kind of messing with. I designed this little app in here. I did a couple of iterations, but nothing too fancy. I thought it really made it go well with the template itself. And so the font I used was the Arial font. I used Arial for the headings, Arial for the paragraphs, and then I used a consistent icons throughout. So they're all kind of from the same place, and so they should really match and align really well. The other thing is, if you look at my variables that I use for colors, I only had 4 colors here. That's technically not true. I had 5. But for the brand, I had this green, soft sage green, the muted beige, the white, and the charcoal gray. And the charcoal gray I kind of used sparingly, but you see it here. That's the charcoal gray, and then the footer itself. And then I used it in a few other places, but the other color that isn't really shown here is just the black color for the text. Most of it's just straight black. If we were to look at this, it's just black here. And then I found some really good images that went along with it. Like, I felt this one matched really well. This journal one, I kind of had to customize to actually get the app that I built in there a little bit, but I felt that also matched the color scheme of the beige really well. It kind of added in this other color here, which was fine because this one adds in some other colors as well. But it was really fun to do this in Figma and then to take parts of it over to Wix Studio, but at least I knew exactly what I needed to build. And so I copied over this section, the footer, and then some of the things like this FAQ section here, I just built in Wix Studio because it has the FAQ app. So that's what that's built with, is this FAQ app here. And so I was able to build this out in Wix Studio and make it functional where there's the drop downs and everything. And then another thing that I did, which I don't do a ton of, but I did more in this website, is I did use the CSS grid quite a bit. So I used it here for the hero section. I used it, I think, here as well. So I did use it quite a bit actually in this template because I really had a vision of what I wanted it to do and be and how I wanted it to function. But another thing is I just use simple containers. So if we look at the pages here, the privacy policy, so this is just a container. So I added a cell. If you look at this, there's the section and then the cell. It's a container inside of there, and then there's just text elements inside of my container. And so the container is the part that's doing the rounded look there, and then the text just lives within inside it. Same with the terms of use. So this template is available now on my website. I'm just going to scroll through it one more time, and just really love how it came together. Again, it's really focused on promoting an app here, and it's really simple. I mean, there's no menu. There's just a button, and I actually really love that about the template. It's focused on getting someone to try the app, and focusing on all the things that you need and none of what you don't. And so, I mean, you'd have to, if you were to use this template, you could get it and customize the colors, you customize the fonts, you could change out the content for your text and your images and your logo and everything, and then you would just want to link up these buttons here and this QR code. You want to change that out in this picture, link up the social. So there's some things that would have to be done, but it could really help speed up your workflow. And so this is the template for sale on my website, and right now it's 50% off for a limited time, so you can get it for $25. And just wanted to kind of showcase a couple of the things with the template here, and I liked how it had, you know, those minimal animations, just a few in a few places. I think that adds to the look and feel of the website, being very modern, minimal, but very clean and professional. So the last thing I wanted to highlight is that you can also get this template as part of my Mastering Wix Studio course here. So this is my course where I teach people how to build websites from start to finish, step by step, inside of Wix Studio. And I just added the Vivo template to the course. So you can see that here, the Vivo template. So there's actually 7 different templates you get inside of the Mastering Wix Studio course, which is a $350 value. And I just added this one. I plan on adding more in the future. I've been pretty busy lately, so I haven't had a ton of time to work on the templates, but this one was really fun to work on, and I'm excited to launch it now and have it done. So so anyone who purchases the course gets these as part of the course, and you can just download these as a zip file, and then you upload them into your Wix account and you can customize them from there. So so I had a lot of fun with that. And then I've highlighted this before, but I want to highlight it again. So if you are interested in making your own templates and selling them, just like this one is, this Vivo template, anybody who's a Wix partner can do that. So this is the Wix Studio dashboard, and I'm a Wix partner. I'm at the icon level. And so there's a section in here called custom templates. And so you can build your own custom templates, and then you can sell them either on your own website or on other websites, or there's even the Wix partner template marketplace where you can sell them here. You have to get yours approved to sell through here. It takes about 60 days. And I never have had one approved through here yet. I might submit this Vivo template to the template marketplace actually, because I really like it. I feel like it's one of my better templates. But you can do that. Anybody who's a Wix partner can create templates, and you can download them as a zip file and sell them on your own Wix website or in other places. And actually what I did was I built this site first as its own website, and then I made it in a template from there. So here's the actual site, and then in the custom templates I created a template from an existing site, and then I selected my Vivo template as the starting point. So that's how I did that. And of course, that all started with the vision that I had in Figma here, and took some time to think through what I was building, fonts, colors, the brand, the look and feel, and finding all the right things, the images. And if the images didn't exist, then creating my own custom images, kind of like this one here. Same with this one. I felt this one was kind of cool with the different phones there that have the nature backdrops. Kind of shows you what the Vivo app could be. And then again, the rounded look, I really liked the way that turned out. And then I feel like it turned out even better when I built it in Wix Studio, with the animations and being able to make it functional and seeing it all come together was super fun. So hope you enjoyed this video and got some ideas about Wix Studio. I haven't done a lot of tutorials on the CSS grid that I used here quite a bit. I'm hoping to do some of those in the future, but hopefully you got some ideas on templates, on Wix Studio, and on the Mastering Wix Studio course. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you in the next video.